of becoming future faking free and to get ready with me. I have a date tonight um, at this new restaurant, and it has great reviews online, and it also has like a lounge music um, sort of situation connected to it, like it's kind of like a restaurant lounge. So I'm excited about it. Not overly excited, but I'm excited enough. This is my self care weekend. I'm child free and I just want to have fun. Maybe I'll meet up with some friends tomorrow. Um, I'm gonna try to go get a massage. I have a gift certificate to get a massage, and I also want to go to the chiropractor if they have any openings. I know they're pretty busy on Saturdays, but I'm gonna try to see the chiro too. It's my goal. I also have like some little house projects and stuff that I want to do too. Um, I've got a lot to do, so I'm just happy that I'll be child free and I'll be able to kind of get quite a few things done. I'm gonna have like a little bit of fun, like I'm gonna do tonight, and I also want to kind of just do like some little house stuff, some personal administration stuff that I need to do. Like I know there's some stuff I want to drop off to donate and whatnot. Right now, I'm just zhuzhing up my toes, and I'm gonna do my makeup. I've got my outfit picked out. I'm gonna wear a jumpsuit. You know, I love a good jumpsuit and some heels and a little clutch. I love a good jumpsuit, y'all. So I'm gonna do all of that. I'm gonna do my makeup and kind of chit chat with y'all a little bit. Um, okay, so that's the deal. Oh, you might want to know like something about the date besides the restaurant. So the guy is an attorney, um, a little older and an attorney, and from what I can tell, you know, he seems to be doing okay for himself. So that's always nice. I mean, of course, that's the bare minimum requirements, right? Um, it's really interesting, like how things came about because I wasn't really sure that I was gonna go out with him because we had some issues connecting, and I didn't know, you know, if he was, you know, just kind of like not being serious, or I really wasn't sure what was going on with this guy. But I thought, you know, I won't block him. I'll just keep him. I'll keep him on, you know, around, but I'm just not going to put a lot of energy into it. I literally gave him two times that he could call me because he was like, I still want to take you to dinner. I still want to take you to dinner. Like, I hope that, you know, you don't think I'm, you know, blah, blah, blah. I still want to take you to dinner. And I was like, listen, you can call me at 9 a.m. or 2 p.m., you know, and that's it. That's all I said. Um, I wasn't like, sure, it's no big deal, blah, blah, blah. I was just like, you can call me at 9 a.m. or 2 p.m. He said, okay, thank you. I'll call you at 2 p.m. Like, I still want to really take you out. I really think you're, you know, pretty, blah, 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 blah. So he called me at 2 p.m. exactly. He called me at 2 p.m. exactly. And I'm like, okay, cool. So, you know, he didn't have a restaurant in mind, which was a little annoying, but you know, I'm still trying to give him a little bit of wiggle room. You know, he was asking me like where I wanted to go, and he's like, Nobu. But I mean, like, I don't know. Once you've done Nobu a few times, it's just, I don't, I just, I'm over it. Like, I've been there a few times. I'm good. I don't have a desire to really go to Nobu. The food's not even that great. So he talked about a few places. We talked about a few places, and then this restaurant lounge came up, and he's like, "Oh, I've been really wanting to go there," and I'm like, "Oh, you know, I've never been, so this will be a fun little adventure." So yeah, let's do it. So he made reservations, and he was on the phone with me making the reservations and like talking through things, and I really needed to finish up my work, so I was like, how about this? How about you text me the confirmation of the restaurant and the address, and I will see you tonight. And he said, oh, yeah, 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 that's fine. That's fine. I'll let you go. I'll finish this up and I'll text it to you. So a few minutes later, He texted it to me, and voila, we're good to go. Like we're on our way. Um so I'm excited. It's been a while. Like I'm gonna try to, like, maybe I'll get on this topic. I don't know. If I don't get on the topic tonight, then I'll do it another night, because we can do that. It's been a while since I've been on a date. It's probably been, this is February. Oh, let me think. Was that before New Year's, or was that like December? Um, Maybe it was November. I don't know. Maybe November, December. Maybe November. Let's just say November. So probably like around November is probably like the last time I've been out on a date. And I went to like two dates. I feel like I went on a date either two in one weekend, or I went one weekend and then I went the next weekend on another date. But the dates are very sparse. The dates are very sparse, and the older I get, the less I have like less tolerance. I put up with a lot less stuff. And so I just don't have the energy. I just don't have the energy to do the back and forth. I just don't have the energy. So I just don't, and also I just don't want to. So somebody gets, if somebody makes it on a date with me, they've been a perfect gentleman. They have not talked to me sideways. They have not had no unwelcome innuendos. They have literally been on a straight and narrow if you're going to get on a date with me, because I'm just not here for the bullshit. I just don't want to do it. So, hey, Gerardo and Derek, y'all might have already tuned out, because this is like a girls chat. So you're probably like not interested in this, but I doubt you're interested in a get ready with me girls chat about my dating life. And I'm also going to be talking about future faking, and how do you become immune to it, or just like it just will be so irrelevant to your life. I have definitely been a victim of future faking. And future faking is basically when you're in a relationship. Like, I mean, it doesn't have to be just a narcissistic person to do it. It could just be anybody that wants to get something out of you. Um, get something from you, and they don't actually want to invest in you. Like they just want to get whatever they can get out of you for the least amount of investment or work as possible. And so it could be a narcissistic person, it could just be a person that just wants to use you. And so future faking is basically when um you paint a picture of what life will be and everything that they're going to do. Like, and a lot of times, if we're speaking to like a man doing it to a woman, he could just use the basic, stereotypes of like how women are sort of uh indoctrinated, and what is the word? Women are uh why is the word escaping me? Cultured, or they're socialized. That's the freaking word I'm looking for. Goodness gracious. They're socialized to want certain things, like, a white picket fence, a wedding, a Prince Charming, all of that type of stuff. So somebody could future fake with the general stereotypes, or they could future fake with like certain things that like everybody would want. Like everybody would probably want a stable, relationship, um, those kind of things. But also the really advanced people, they will actually um they will actually try to find things out about you so that they can future fake exactly what it is that you want. So a lot of times when these guys are online and they're asking you all of these questions about yourself, it's not because they want to get to know you per se. A lot of times it's not. It's just they want to know how to manipulate you emotionally. What can they say, and how can they do the bare minimum to get everything that they want out of you? So, if you want kids, they it kind of overlaps with other things like mirroring. So they'll just mirror whatever it is that you say. You say, I want 2 kids. They're like, oh my God, I want 2 kids. I want to go on, a vacation here. Oh my God, I've always wanted to go to that particular mountain. I've always wanted to learn another language. Oh my God, that's the exact language I want to learn. They just kind of like mirror whatever it is that you want to do, and kind of just mirror it right back to you. And they'll just kind of like future fake and push stuff into the future. So if you want to be married, they'll be like, yeah, we're gonna be married one day. I definitely see you. I definitely see you as a wife. This is a get ready with me. I'm talking about um I'm talking about future faking, and I'm getting ready for a date. So you might not this might not be your cup of tea. I don't know. So, yeah, so like I was saying, um they'll just yeah, so if you want to get married, they'll tell you, "Oh yeah, I want to get married too." Um oh yeah, one day we're going to do this. Sometimes they'll future fake about themselves. So if they don't have everything that you want, so like let's say that you want like a man who is already established, who maybe like has a job and like who's like has a postgraduate degree or degree or something like that. They might tell you like, "Oh, I'm going back to school," or "I'm working on my business." I da 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 da, like I'm gonna, try to get this thing at my job. Like they just kind of tell you whatever you need, and if there's certain things that you want, like let's say it's a car, they'll kind of just pull you into this what I call a shared fantasy, which I mean, I didn't make that term up. It's a widely known like psychological term that certain manipulative people use, and sometimes even they themselves get lost in the shared fantasy. Like they pull you into this shared fantasy and they future fake. So I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to do this. I'm going to marry you one day. We're going to get married. We're going to have a beautiful home. Um, I'm going to buy you that car. I'm going to buy you the bag you want. I'm going to be a better person. I'm gonna go to therapy. Sometimes they'll future fake with stuff like that too. Like, I'm gonna go to therapy. I'm gonna get myself together. And they never do. Sometimes they need to go to rehab and they'll lie about that too. I'm gonna go to rehab. I'm gonna go tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. Um, and they just kind of future fake to keep you around, and to get stuff out of you. Initially, it's to like get stuff out of you. And they're just like the most, they can be like the most charming and the most, um, I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna put this phone down. Hopefully the audio is not too bad. Excuse me. But I need to really like do my makeup because I need to leave here in a few minutes. um, okay, so that's done. What do I need to do now? I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna wear lashes today. Am I gonna wear lashes? I think so. 'Cause I have some more lash glue, so maybe I will. Maybe I will. Okay. So that's what future faking is. And so a lot of times when it's in the beginning of the relationship, sometimes they'll future fake like they want a serious relationship with you, even though they don't. Because if that's what you want, they just kind of tell you whatever you want to hear. So if you want a serious exclusive relationship, they're just going to be like, I want a serious exclusive relationship. Or maybe I didn't think I wanted a serious exclusive relationship until I met you. You're special and you're somebody that I can see myself having a serious relationship with, you know? And so it can really pull you in. Hey Casey, let me know if you can hear me because I'm going live on my phone, which I literally never do. And so I don't really see. And if I close that, that's going to close the entire chat. I mean, this is going to like push me offline. Okay. Nope. How can I chat back to you? I love your live stream. Okay, can you hear me, Chase? Because I'm not sure if 49. No, no, no. Okay. What did I just do? I'm not sure what I just did. Okay, you can hear me. Yeah, okay, perfect. Then I can stop fiddling with this because I literally don't know what I'm doing. I'm going live on my phone. I usually do it from my laptop. But I'm getting ready for this date. I don't know when you tuned in, but I'm getting ready for a date. I'm doing my makeup. And so, therefore, I'm on my phone. So that's the whole deal. But thank you for confirming that you can hear me. Okay, so so I'm talking about future faking because that's a topic of interest. And I'm talking about how you can be future faking free. And I didn't learn this until I was like almost in my mid 30s. I mean, because I'm not going to go into times that I fell for it because we ain't got that much time today, but I've definitely fallen for it before, um, for sure. And it can be very devastating. And now I'm immune to it now. So the reason why I'm immune to it and you can do it too is deal intangibles when you're dealing with men. Only, only, only deal intangibles. Don't listen to what he say he gonna do for you. Don't listen to it. Only go by what he actually does. Because men will tell you anything to get whatever they want. So, and it starts from the very beginning. I was thinking about this earlier, like some ever, and not actually scheduling a date with you, and like women who are out here dating, like you can attest to it. They will just kind of just string you along and have these conversations, but they won't ask you out for various reasons. Sometimes they're married, sometimes they're in a relationship, sometimes they're not really interested in you, but like they're bored, so they just want somebody to talk to. Sometimes they just need an ego boost. Like, I wonder if I match with this really, really pretty girl. Like, I wonder if she'll match me back. And if I talk to her, I wonder if she'll talk to me. And so if you talk to them, they've already won. Like, that's all they wanted to see. They just wanted to see if you would respond. Like, will you respond? Because now in their minds, they're like, oh, I still got it. I can still attract a beautiful woman, blah, 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 blah. So, and sometimes they just kind of have you in a queue. So maybe they're dating somebody and like they're just being kind of like a bit doggish. And they need like women already lined up for like when that woman gets tired of them or when they get tired of her. They're like, okay, I'm done with this lady. I've done every fantasy I can possibly think of with her. Like, I've already exhausted everything. Like, I'm not really curious about her anymore. Like, I've already uncovered every stone. I'm ready to move on to the next one. But they don't want to start all over. They don't want to start from scratch with anybody. So they're going to go to their queue. Like, okay, I've been talking to this person for 3 months. I've been talking to this person for 1 month. Like, and whenever they have you in the queue, by the time y'all finally do meet up, they want you to treat them as though y'all have really been in a relationship for like 3 months. You know what I mean? Like, they just want to take all the liberties that you would take from being with somebody for 3 months, although you really haven't been with them for 3 months. They've been stringing you along for 3 months. You see what I'm saying? So I know for me to avoid that whole situation, I don't allow men to do that with me. Like, either you need to ask me out on a date, and I don't say it like that, but I because it's not beneficial for me to be in the queue. Because like, okay, so if I stay in the queue and I keep talking to you for like 2 months, 3 months, and then by the time things happen to where you're like, oh, well, I don't have anything better to do, so I'll take her out. Like I said, they try to pick up and date, they try to interact with you as though y'all really been dating for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So they're just expecting way too much instead of cultivating a relationship from the very, very, very beginning. So one of my requirements is that I must speak with a man before I will meet him on a date. I need to know that he can speak good English, straight up, because sometimes men lie about their credentials online. I've had that happen. I will remember a couple of years ago, I think I did a video about it. This guy said that he graduated from Princeton. Um, I mean, we actually, I did speak with him on the phone. I didn't pick up on it that that wasn't true. But when I met him in person, I knew that it was absolutely not true. He just, no, that's not true. Maybe he went to community college. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying, like, he lied about going to Princeton because no, he didn't go. So sometimes guys do lie about their credentials. Oh yeah, and I had, like, remember my video that I did? You might not remember. I got some new subscribers. There's a video that I did called My Last Dusty. My last Dusty, he and I, like, I don't know what we were doing. I don't know what I was doing, but he and I, like, he actually showed me some of his like dating profiles, and he used to lie and say that he had a master's degree. He never went to college, by the way. But he would lie and say that he used to lie and say that he had a master's degree. Um, what I think he lied and said he was like a civil engineer or something like that. But he slipped up and lied to this one lady, and she actually was an engineer herself. So she started asking him questions, and he was bullshitting her, and like he was like, man, I'm a good bull, like he was running out of bullshit, because this lady was really like technically, she knew all that stuff, you know what I mean? So he was like totally out of his league. He was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna tell this lady. So it happens. It does happen. Guys do lie online because, especially if they're trying to find like a well-off woman, because they know that highly accomplished women put filters on their dating profiles to where they're only seeing men like with master's degrees, or they're only seeing men with, that live in certain zip codes, you know what I'm saying, that went to certain colleges. Like, you can filter for a lot of that stuff. So the guys have caught on, and a lot of them, if they're looking for, especially if they're looking for like a woman who's doing good for herself, they will lie. So, and also I just want to know, like, is the guy super sleazy? Is he gonna be like, saying rude things to me? Like, I want to know. I want to know. Those are the types of things I want to know, and that's why I require to talk to them on the phone before I actually go on the date. So I just won't meet. Like, if sometimes that happens, guys will be like, "Oh, meet me for dinner tonight," and I'm like, no, like, I'm not doing that. I don't roll like that. No, I'm not doing that. So I'm not in a position to do that. I need to like spend some time like digesting things. It doesn't need to be like a long period of time, but I need to speak with you on the phone because I need to do a vibe check, and I need to know what, and like, could we have potentially, there's no way to know for sure. Oh my God, I'm going to have an amazing conversation with this man. I don't have a surefire way to know that, but if I can have a conversation on the phone, it's going to give me a lot of information about you. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to invite me to your house? Are you trying to invite me to a bar? Are you trying to, are you prepared to make reservations? Like, that sets the bar. I mean, that sets a lot of guys apart from other guys. Like, a guy who is just like, oh yeah, let's just randomly go meet at this thing or meet me at happy hour. That's very different from a man who makes reservations for you at a mutually, agreed upon restaurant that like you're interested in going, he wants to go. And another thing is I need to kind of know, is this your everyday lifestyle? Like the guy I'm going out with now, yeah, I'm gonna meet him for dinner at a nice place, but he would be going to dinner anyway. You know what I mean? He would be going probably to Nobu anyway without me. Um, it's just the fact that like he wants a company, so I'm gonna go with him. So I prefer a man like that because I don't like men who are doing things out of their comfort level because they become very resentful. They become very resentful and they feel like you need to do something because they just spent $300 or $400 on dinner and they're like, oh my God, I got to pay my rent or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't want to date a man like that. They become very resentful and they feel like they got to pressure you to do stuff that you may not want to do. And Lord knows I don't. I'm coming home tonight. Okay? I'm coming home. I'm literally not interested in no shenanigans. So, you can tell a lot of that type of stuff by just speaking on the phone and just knowing like, is this his, like the stuff that a man suggests to you that's like his everyday lifestyle versus something special and extraordinary. Because sometimes guys will stretch themselves and do more than they can because they really think you're attractive and, they just want to shoot their shot, but they're not able to maintain it. If you're spending outside of your tax bracket, you're spending outside of your what I would consider disposable income, because like that's all the only money that you have to date with is your disposable income. You can't be spending your mortgage money or your rent money or your child support money or that kind of stuff on a date. So, what kind of money do you have? You have disposable income. You have like money that you would just spend anyway, and you have to have plenty of it if you're going to be dating, especially going to be dating more than one woman. If you're going to be out here just entertaining different women, you better have a lot of money, because how are you going to afford it? How are you going to afford it? I mean, it's not completely, free for me on my end. I have to account for gas, at least gas, and sometimes valet, although most men will pay for your valet, but not all. You know what I'm saying? Or I come prepared, like, I don't know that that's going to necessarily be the case. So I come prepared to do what I got to do if I need to pay for my valet or whatever. So, and then of course, the makeup, all this stuff is expensive. Makeup, hair, lashes. Okay. This stuff is not cheap. And it's definitely like time consuming to put it all together and then have the energy and, be good company and all of that kind of stuff. So, there's an investment for sure on both sides. That's necessary to make the situation work. But a man definitely needs to have money if he's going to be trying to date a woman especially a woman who's used to a certain, what is this? Oh my God. Hold on now. Hold on. What is that? I don't know if I don't think I trust this lash glue. This is looking really suspect. I'm not going to put this on my eyes. Okay. I'm just going to wear mascara tonight. I'm not going to wear these lashes because I don't know what's on this. I don't know. Oh, never mind. Hold on. I think that's just, okay. The color of the, I think that's just the color of the brush. And I thought it was like some weird substance on it, but maybe it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. All right. Crisis averted. Where I'll wear the lashes. So yeah, just talking on the phone will really kind of help put you in a better situation, or at least that's what works for me. Helps me kind of get to know who I'm about to go out with and have some idea of like, are they, can they have a conversation, and are they going to be a gentleman? At least gives me some idea. All right, so that's that on that. Okay, so how can you avoid future faking. Require tangibles. Only deal with tangibles. So, because a lot of times, guys who want to future fake, they want what they want from you right away, right? So they don't want to be like, okay, well, one day we're going to have sex, one day, one day we're going to da 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 da, like one day, you know. No, they want everything like right then. They don't want to put a future date on that. So don't do anything. Don't do anything that has to be done right now. Like don't invest before you have any type of tangibles. Like they should be kind of trading back and forth on par. So you go on a date, then like, okay, now you're calling him. Because sometimes guys they just want too much too fast. Like one thing I don't do is like, I'm not gonna be texting back and forth with you. I don't even know you. Like, I'm not gonna do like why would I get emotionally invested with someone who can't even take me to dinner? How do I know it's worth my emotional investment? You know what I mean? Like, why should I converse with you? Like that's just that's just the beginning part. Why should I talk to you? You haven't put any effort towards like anything. Like anybody can just be a random person online messaging you. Any random person can do that. But if you're gonna be interested in someone and actually, you would put some skin in the game, like book a reservation somewhere, like go online, look up a fun date, put some energy and effort into getting to know a woman. And if all women did that, what it would force is it would force men to only pursue the women that they really, really want. Because why? You can't afford to do that with 20 women. I mean, some men can, but most men can, and they don't even have the time. If you're requiring that level of like some energy, a lot of them don't want to put any energy or effort into anything. They don't even want to take a decent profile picture. They can't even be bothered to do that. Okay, I gotta go. I literally need to be getting on the road. But yeah, like a lot of them don't even want to put any energy and effort into even making a decent profile picture. Let alone actually asking you out on a proper date. So having standards and requirements and requiring tangibles, it prevents you from going down a future fake. So if someone's like, well, I'm going to get you an apartment one day. Okay, well, when you get the apartment, give me a call. Okay, whenever, okay, so I love you. I want to have a baby with you. Okay, well, give me $10,000 right now so that I can put the money inside of a savings account for the child that we're about to have. Like, give me the money today before we have the baby. How about that? Yeah, it is what it is. Like that's the type of stuff that prevents a lot of drama because most males, if you require them to do what they're saying they're going to do, they're going to just leave you alone because you're too difficult. You're not allowing them to future fake you. Okay, so here's another one they'll do. They will put something in the future, like they will say they're going to book a trip to where, like like the place that you want to go, right? Like this is the one place you want to go, and they'll put it like 3 months in advance, right? So during this time, you're excited about this trip and they're just extracting things from you during this time. They're extracting time, energy, intimacy. They're extracting all of these things. You don't even have the trip in your hand. Even if you have the trip in your hand, what are you going to do with it? Like you can't use the trip to do anything, right? So I say all that to say, slow your roll, require tangibles, only act on the things that you can physically have in your hand. The plane tickets in your hand, the money in your hand, the apartment that you look around, you're already in the apartment, the car that you've been promised, that you're already driving the car, the child that he wants to have, that you already have the provisions for the child, that you've already observed him being fatherly towards other children and being giving and selfless to you. Because there's no way you can serve him. You have no way to know if he has the ability to sacrifice. And to be a father is the act of sacrifice. And you haven't tested him if you don't allow him to be of service to you, to give to you, to invest into you. And then you can be like, okay, well, maybe he'll do this for my child too, if we have a child in this situation. Or maybe, when the going gets tough or when I get sick or I'm unable to do something, he will have the ability to step up. So I'll leave you all with that, and we will talk later. Like, share, and subscribe. This was a little informal chat while I was getting dressed for my date, talking about future faking, dating, and just catching up a little bit and just kind of, you know, catching up and shooting the breeze. So, like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.